So this is the craziest story ever. And every time I find more details of this story, I find it completely insane. So this whole summer, Shiva was just like a puppy. She's just now turned 1 in January. And we went to the dog beach in Hilton, Tel Aviv. And there was this Amstaff. And I don't automatically judge a dog by according to race, but this dog called Stefan, owned by this Russian woman, would constantly attack, especially male dogs, and just grab them by the neck. And I swear, when I saw an attack like that, I was just like, get so scared. And one time Shiva was like next to him, and she had just got a new toy, and she just like let him have it. She just froze. I learned a lot from Shiva, because Shiva really knows how to handle herself among aggressive dogs. She just freezes, and she's like the better person, right? She just doesn't get into any interaction, just freezes and slowly moves away. So this dog attacked several dogs. Then I hear stories of a dog's ear getting ripped and so on and so on. But then nobody would react. So I called the Tel Aviv municipality time after time. Summertime, there were kids having like all sorts of activities at the beach, and they looked at me like I'm a crazy woman. And she just kept coming close to me. Every time I moved for the other side of the dog beach, she would just pass me in a very kind of like crazy behavior, like sort of like, showing me that she can do whatever she wants. And then when I suggested, I just said to her, why don't you just put a muzzle on your dog? He's been attacking other dogs. Then she's like, oh, she started to scream at me, threaten me with the police. Yeah. And I lost it a few times, and I wasted so much energy, and I kept calling the Tel Aviv municipality dog control, and they would say, yeah, we're coming. And they never came. There's a huge sign, no dangerous dogs allowed in the dog beach. There's no supervision. The guys that actually speak Russian and work on the beach just wouldn't intervene and wouldn't speak to her. Everybody was just numb watching this dog attack dogs. So then I went to another dog park by the Yalkon River, and then I found out this dog, Stefan is his name, and blessed memory now, because what happened next will shock you. He tore a dog to pieces. The dog had to be stitched. And why? Why do other dogs have to suffer because this woman's madness? I even saw her in the port of Tel Aviv on Friday, where there's a market every Friday, sitting there with the dog at the table, and this dog flips out every time. So it's not the fault of the animals, it's the fault of the human being who has to control these animals, who have sometimes deep issues. Maybe he was abused. I don't know what his issues are, but definitely no dog has to suffer from him. So the dogs at this particular dog park in Yalkon decided not to accept it anymore. They just said, if you're coming in, we're going out. So she stopped coming there. And the last thing I heard today, the other day I heard that he got run over by a car. I wasn't happy, to be honest. I was very sad. And today I found the details. She just let him loose next to the highway, Namir. And there's hyenas there during the night. And he just went after the hyenas. He got run over by a car. So if you think this is bad enough, and I feel so sad for this dog, because, I mean, if only the Tel Aviv municipality dog control would have intervened and given her some sort of limits to a person that doesn't have limits. I mean, he attacked dogs. This dog is asking for help. He wants help. Please give me limits. And this woman just says, oh, I don't have anyone in the world. This is my only, he's like my son. He's like my, no, but, you can't just say the dog is your son and just not give him limits. And look what happened at the end. She let him loose by a highway, go run over by a car. And guess what? She has a new dog now, this woman told me today. A Rottweiler. Dogs that need very firm hand and training. I know somebody who has a Rottweiler at the dog beach and is very well behaved, very well trained. I don't like this dog. If I see Rottweiler, I do not like to come near them, because they're very, very strong dogs. And you need to be sure the person who owns the dog can control the dog. And there's a huge sign that says no dogs on the dangerous list allowed. And there are a lot of children and even babies on that beach. Oh, Sam wants to be in the picture. So I just feel like the problem in Israel is there's no limits for people. So of course there's no limits for dogs, but I think it's so sad because dogs really enrich our lives. They're our best friends, and all you have to do is just give the dog limits. Give the dog limits. If you see your dog, Shiva also used to jump on people and whatever. I'd control her. I give her limits. And for a while, I even went with the muzzle when she was just jumping on people and people got scared. She's gotten a lot better now, thank God. But I'm still always watching her all the time. Definitely not let her free in a place where she shouldn't be free. Definitely not near a street or only dog parks. And the dog beach was difficult because she wouldn't come back always. But she always gets along with other dogs when she's free. Always, always. Because I learned from her, if somebody's being vicious, you just ignore them. And you just pretend, just don't move. She freezes. She really knows what to do. I think I've been blessed by a very, very intelligent dog. Sometimes she does silly things. She's only a year and 2 months old. But I'm really feeling blessed that she's really making an effort to learn. I take dog treats and I give her limits and I work on limits every single day. And it's always work, work, work. Having a dog is lots of work. What I think is there should be a license. There should be a test. Like when you own a car, you have a test. There should be a test for dog owners. And they should really control who can own a dog. And definitely if a person has a dog with so many problems. Oh, what happened, Shimon? Oh, I guess it's jump. When a person has a dog with so many problems, should definitely do something about it, intervene. I mean, I had the neighbor call the police because she was barking. There was a time when we didn't have electricity. She was really scared because I had a fire here, and she was really scared. I think that was the reason she was barking a lot. And it really triggered her barking, being in the dark. The cat didn't mind, but she was really scared. Plus, she was really young. It's improved a lot. Plus, I tried to shut the windows at night so she doesn't get triggered. And thank God it's getting better and better. But it's always work, work, work. We're always working on it. I'm always watching that she doesn't bother anyone. She doesn't jump on anyone. And I think responsible dog owning is so important, not for just necessarily the other people, but for the dog. It's really abuse. It's absolutely abuse not giving your dog limits. And I'm really sad for this dog that got run over by a car. He had such a sad life, attacking dogs and all, it just got worse and worse and worse. And it's really sad that all these veterinarians are sitting in the municipality and they're basically not doing anything to control dogs